Happy birthday. That's how you know I'm too loud. That's how you know I'm too fucking loud. It's been a whole year. I have a whole new haircut. Take it in, check it out. I don't have a new special for you. So instead I thought I would do like a behind the scenes video where I explain how it all came together, talk about, something, feedback that you guys have given me about it. Some of it's positive, some of it's negative. But let's talk about my beautiful baby, which is not quite a toddler yet. Is one a toddler? A year on, we're like plus 100k. I've got 2,000 amazing subscribers on here. I'm up one tattoo. It's like, it's faded, but I still have it. Kind of says Prius at this point. I was so nervous putting this special out because it contains, the story of when I was most out of my mind in my life, when I was most unwell. But it turns out a bunch of you have also been out of your minds at one point or another in a similar way and really connected with it. People always ask me, who's that woman at the start of the show? And there's one YouTube comment that was like, why did the beautiful woman leave? And then this bitch showed up. Which I would be mad about if that person wasn't my best friend in the whole world, comedian Alex J. If you don't know who Alex J is, you need to get more invested in the BCCU. As of course, that is the co-host of the two podcasts that we've hosted together, Screen Queens and Dude Cinema, RIP. So I couldn't think of anyone better to open up my special. If you're a fan of mine, chances are you're a fan of Alex's too. So it's a nice little 2-for-1 in there. Let's move on to the outfit, because some people have had some choice things to say about it. What I was going for was like Billie Eilish meets Kath and Kim. And it turns out, thank you to everyone who told me there's actually a word for this that already exists, and that is pajamas. So let's talk about the blue flower on the shirt. I had these gorgeous pants, and then I had like the white top, and I did some screen tests the night before, and I was like, it needs something else. It's too plain. I got these like iron-on appliques. I just cut out a blue flower and just ironed it onto the shirt. Thank you to everyone who has informed me it looks like the Walmart logo. We don't have that in Australia, so I didn't know. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. Some people online saying it looks like the symbol of a right-wing Swedish political party, which, surprise, surprise, I obviously had no fucking idea about. Are you, like... Sorry, is there some people out there who think that I would be like, you know what? This political party, whose name I can't even pronounce, I'm gonna wear their logo on my comedy special about my mental health. Forget everything I'm saying and doing and the title of the show or whatever. No, just mistake the logo for something. Also, they're not even that similar. They're not even that similar. I'll tell you what we can all agree on, though, is how fucking pretty the cinematography is on this. Holy fucking shit. It's beautiful. I hate watching myself back on camera. I don't think it's right for the human brain. I don't think that we were wired to constantly look at videos of ourselves all the time. I think that's bad. But I can look back at the footage of this, and I look at it and I think, who is that beautiful girl? And then I go, oh my God, that's me. And that is thanks to my videographer, Luke Rodley. If you are looking to shoot a comedy special, he is the best person for it. He's so talented. We went into the venue and they had a whole lighting rig, and he said, no, this is not how a princess is lit. He went and hired a whole other lighting rig. And you can see here. Of course it looks beautiful on stage because there was like an entire box in front of me that was like the sun. If you were at the taping and it seemed like I never really was like landing eye contact with people, I'm sorry. I truly was blinded. Like, I honestly for a second was like, I'm either shooting a special or I'm about to go to heaven because all I can see is the white light. And it turned out so beautifully. I could also tell that the footage was really nice because even people who I know are not, I would say, Beck Charlwood fans were in the DMs being like, hey, who shot this? Yeah, you can not like me, but you can't hate that footage, can you? One of my favorite things about the special that people might not know about, and you can go and watch the video of this on my channel, but there was a woman who fell asleep in the front row of the show. It was right after I was like, "Get out of my room, Wendy!" She didn't flinch. She was just like eyes fully closed. I was like, do we need to call an ambulance? This bitch is not okay. Speaking of Wendy, she is still with my dad. She's an angel. She's a saint. She kind of knows that she's a little bit famous. I've told her, because she follows me on social media. I was like, you've seen the comments. You've seen that you've got fans. And she's like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, yes. I was like, no. People, like, love you. Like, people ask how you are all the time and what you're up to. And she's like, oh, no. No, they don't. She's the best. I love her. Sorry, I was a bitch when I was a teenager. So when I'm making a show, I have two things I use to like creatively categorize it in my brain. And I don't know why these two things work for me. They just do. And that is having a color for the show and a song. Like, for example, my last special, Dirty Girl, the color for that show was red. And so I used red for all the marketing and everything. And the song that I used for that one is Gotta Be by Desiree. Bipolar Baby, I don't know if you could pick up on the cues, but the color for this show was blue. Everything blue, me blue, background blue, all the marketing and everything blue. This show was a blue show because it started from a place of like real depression where I was really down on myself. The song that went along with it was Number One Fan by Muna, which I would love to play you a little snippet in this video, but it turns out if you put a licensed song into a YouTube video, you can't monetize it, which is why I have made $0 on Bipolar Baby, which I'm fine with. I've had so much fun making it. It didn't even matter. But the next special, I'm not going to make that mistake again. The reason I use the song Number One Fan by Muna is it's a song about being totally like down on yourself and wondering what it would be like to be a fan of yours. Because at the time I was working with someone who was making me feel like I was the most unfunny, untalented idiot. I just felt like I should quit, and what was I doing any of this for? And so I was like, you know what, I have to be my number one fan. And that's where filming the special came from. Came from a big chunk of spite. Yeah, you could like be in touch with your creative being and, you know, search your soul. What calls to you, you know? Or you could have an enemy. You could have someone who you wake up every day and you say, oh, I want to prove this bitch wrong. So thank you, Buckhead. Some of you are probably wondering, Bebek, when is the next special? I don't have a few now, as I said, but I'm working on a new show now, but I still have to tour it around before we shoot it. So it's probably going to be like at least another year. I'm also going to be posting more content stuff because I feel like I've deeply neglected you all over this past year. If you like this vlog, let me know. I'll do more of these. Absolutely. Definitely any questions you have that I haven't answered, chuck them in the comments below. Subscribe, obviously. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is unreal. Also, thank you to everyone who comments, you look like Mandy Moore. I never get sick of that. I don't care if you open up the comments and it is 100% people saying this bitch looks like Mandy Moore. Comment again. I want to hear about it. That bitch is hot and talented. Please compare me to her.